All right, significant news in the NBA. Not surprising, Draymond Green has been suspended time this season. According to the NBA release, the indefinite suspension, quote, takes into account Green's repeated history of unsportsmanlike acts. Adrian Wojnarowski joins us now live on SportsCenter. What is interesting, indefinitely is where we are after striking the Sun center Yusuf Nurkic in the face in Tuesday night's game. The league announced tonight Green got the flagrant 2, subsequently ejected for the third time this season. And Woj, I don't think any of us are surprised at the suspension. Indefinite's interesting because it's indefinite. What can you tell us about that and what Green and his group around him intends to do?
Well, in the short term, Scott, Draymond Green, his agent Rich Paul, Mike Dunleavy Jr., the Warriors GM, they're going to meet tomorrow and start talking about how Draymond Green's going to address this going forward, the kind of help he's going to get. And I'm told he wants to get help to try to keep this from happening again, to handle whatever issues he might have and challenges he might have in his life. It's interesting. You look at the people involved in the decision today. Certainly Adam Silver at the top of the league office, but Joe Dumars, the VP in the league office. You know, Draymond Green largely grew up around his house in Detroit when he was a young man at Michigan State. He was friends with Joe Dumars' son. Andre Iguodala, who's the interim executive director of the Players Association. He is a former teammate of Draymond Green, and the Players Association would not have been accepting of an indefinite suspension if Draymond Green wasn't accepting of it. And I think what Adam Silver is trying to do here is get to the root of the problems, not put a number of games on it. So all of a sudden, maybe Draymond Green is coming back before he's ready. And I think so he'll work with the league, and they'll try to address this. And I think really what I was told was maybe for the first time, or that Draymond Green is looking at the need to maybe get to some of the root of this or dealing with things that are going on in his life. So it is unorthodox, but I think the people involved, I think, made it easier perhaps for Draymond Green to go down this road of an indefinite suspension.
Well, quickly, and I think this is interesting because I think Draymond Green's a bright man, and it sounds like, is there some, maybe, and God, I don't want to put you in an impossible spot to tell me what you can't know. It just feels like maybe there's some kind of an epiphany, right? A eureka, like, I can't keep doing this, right? Because you're going to cost yourself your ability to play in this league if you keep wailing on people. I mean, is it fair to say that the idea that he knows he needs help of some sort new?
That's how it was described to me today, Scott. And okay. I am aware of those around him who are saying the same thing to Draymond and maybe, validating that in his own mind, because this can't go on anymore. And as an organization, the Warriors, but also as the league, they cannot have this continue to go on. And right, Draymond Green is smart. He is a winning player.
Yep.
And he knows that not only does this organization need him, but he needs to rectify this. And so they're going to try here in the near future. And again, it remains to be seen how long indefinite means. I don't think there's a clear picture of that tonight.
And I agree with everything you're saying about him as a player, him being a bright guy, but I just think everyone that saw that last night is like, this has got to be the line in the sand. This cannot continue. Hopefully he gets the help that will sort that out. Well,
this season, Meta World Peace, you may recall, drew a 7-game suspension for his altercation with James Harden in 2011, which remains, to this point, the longest suspension for an in-game incident since the